Welcome back to the Flippin Automotive Shop YouTube channel. I forgot to record an intro for this video, so here I am doing it really quick in the office. So today we're going to be getting into the S10, where we'll be finishing stripping out the upper dash support bar, finish pulling out some of the seam sealer, getting that resealed, slicing open some fingers. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it, and well, not take a look at it, but you can go ahead and watch and see where we got. Alright, so we're going to start off by unbolting the bottom of the dash bracket, which should be 2 bolts here, one on each side. You can kind of see the black tops right there on either side of the actual steering column.
I want you to stay till I'm in the grave, till I rot away dead and
Pretty heavy steering column. There we go. Alright, now that we're in there, should just be the row of bolts along the top here, hopefully. Oops. Hopefully these 5, because there's one there too. 1. Also get the rest of this trim. I want to keep the sun, not the sun visor, headliner.
buried till I'm in the casket you carry. If you go, I'm going too.
Still recording, right? Oh, it's only been 4 minutes. Where's the other? There's another bolt. That back down. Get that bolt out. Maybe that'll free it up. This is excessive.
'Cause it was always you. Alright, if I'm turning blue.
That hinge is bent. That explains a lot. Cool, so we're gonna have a video on repairing this door one day.
Please don't save me. Nothing left to lose without my baby. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know.
There it is. There we go. Put that down. I also want to make sure there's no more dash up in the dash. Make sure there's no more rust up in the dash area. Something's holding still. I don't know if it's just wires. There's a bolt right there, isn't there? But I can't see. It feels like a bolt. There's a bolt. 10. I need a 10 anyway. We got a gas pedal to remove. Alrighty. We gotta get this bracket off first. It is impeding progress. I believe, at least. That's my current assumption. Lucy. Come on. Sorry I'm in your guys' way, but trying to find the other bolt too. Kinda have to get a weird angle on this one. There it is. That's a stupid spot for a bolt. I don't even know if that's all my issue. Ow! Gee! Metal stud! Went into my thumb. Alright. There we go. Almost there. Might just not be enough for what I need to do. But I'm gonna have to go to something else. Keep in mind, I don't research this stuff either. Kind of just go for it. I mean, I do a little bit of research on some things, the more technical stuff.
I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather.
Ah, there we go. That's all I wanted. Freedom. I think it's the brake pedal getting in the way. It is the brake pedal. Oh, it's attached to the brake pedal. Cool. I injured myself for no reason. Ow. I'll be back. That hurt. So what we have in here is you got this electrical box here, and you have another one over here that's actually plugged into the brake light switch.
Might not be forever, but if it's
Ow. This guy's... Hey! Don't go anywhere there. I need...
forever, it's even better. And I don't.
Note to self, remove brake pedal first. There we go. That was just a little ridiculous. Brake light switch. So, all right. This is excessive. Holy shoot. Where'd that clip go? So you got this little clip here. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's bring you in here. Stop you really quick. Alright. So you have this pin that has a built-in safety that actually it locks into your actual brake pedal. Alright, so what I was dealing with in there was dealing with this little clip, trying to get it over this little notch right here because there is a cut-in groove. Whenever it's on, this little lip has like a little C channel on the inner portion that actually catches inside of the tiny little groove around the outside here. And the back side is kind of oblong, so it actually locks into the actual pedal itself so the clip can't fall out. Let's get that slid back on there so we don't lose it. But yeah, you can kind of see how that tucks down into that little groove. It's kind of hard to get a good video or good shot of it right now, but it clips into the actual groove that it snaps into, so the pin can't just fall off whenever you're trying to stop and brake. But yeah, we might actually try cutting this down a little bit. We got a support here, we got support here, here. I could always make another bracket come off the side, but that's a lot of aluminum. That's a lot of extra weight. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got an e-brake that we still got to get pulled out. Is it a pull cable release, or is it supposed to be a one-off? Well, that'll be coming out of here soon. Do that first. Wire harness. I guess let's peel this out and see where that harness goes. Sorry, see where the harness actually goes behind the insulation. I know we got a gas pedal to still remove, but hopefully the wire. Oh god. Okay, that's the same rust hole. That's not pretty though. That got a little worse. Eee. We got some decisions to make. We'll have to get in there and try to get some stuff cleaned up. I'll get you guys brought in here in a little bit and show you what I found. Cue you sneeze. Bless me. Gas pedal steering column. A couple grounds for the actual wire harness. Wire harness over here. Huge junction box. How's this one connected? That's airbag. I don't care about airbag. Where's my latch point? This is blue. No. Well, let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and get some other. We got some 10 millimeters in here to loosen up some more of this harness. So we'll go after those first. Let's see if we can finish getting the interior out of this thing. Ground wire, and then I want to get you guys brought in here to look at the rust, because we got some more rust on that side too. So we got some. I just don't want to have a rusty firewall. I would hate to see fire coming in, going down a track at, I don't know, however fast this thing's gonna go in the long run. Come off of there, nut. Wire coming off. Wire coming off. And then what I like to do for my grounds, at least usually, is put the nuts right back on the studs so I can tell where the actual ground wires are. That'll give me actually a point of reference whenever I go to put some of this stuff back together to know where I'm actually kind of going or starting from. That's still a big chonker of a harness, isn't it? It looks like a wire there. Oh, it is, because it shoots across. Okay, let's just keep going. I guess next we'll go to the gas pedal. Gas pedal appears to be 3 10's in a triangle formation, 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't catch that earlier on the wire harness. I probably would have started over there and worked my way this way. We'll end up pulling all the hardware and stuff out of here once we get the well, everything disconnected. Because with this gas pedal, we're going to keep it because we'll probably go with a drive-by cable versus a drive-by wire setup. We are going to probably use the electronic gas pedal out of the van though and do drive-by wire, because I have a theory of how to not have to do anything with the ECU, and I want to give it a shot. Alright. Look here, what's this? That's the shift cable. I don't currently need. That's fine. That's fine. Ah! I told you. It's a Roach Motel. That's another reason I'm getting all the crap out of here. Gotta get her cleaned up. Look away from this place. I said, yep. Concept. Okay, so that part's ripped away. And then all I have to do is rip this part away, right? Yeah. Is there any quick release on this? Ta-da! All right. I don't think I need any of that. I might. I don't know. I have no idea. Because what I want to do is just have this harness only run the lights, turn signals, and everything. I still don't know how that comes apart. Let's go cookie proddying around. Let's try to slide some stuff. There it is, 7. Or 6. Alright, so once we unbolt this, it should separate the connectors. I think it was a 7. It was a 7. Where's... I'm probably sitting on it, ain't I? I'm not sitting on it. There it is. Cool. That wasn't too bad. Let's see what we got going on over here now. To get this e-brake out. We got bigger tools here. Looks like another triangular formation of 13's. Because we're not going to have an e-brake. I deleted all that in the back. And I don't want to put it back in. The e-brake cable's cut. I don't want to figure it for now. It's going to be an automatic. We'll just put it in gear. It'll be fine. Darn. I don't know about the shift cable. I might try to see if I can get it to work. Or we might have to get a shifter. I don't know. I think a shifter's only like $250, but if we can make something work with the setup we got, it'd be more budget. Because right now we're just trying to get this thing up and running. It's going to make changing out this power booster a lot easier depending on what we end up deciding to do with the brakes. I'm going to have to pull the hood. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull the hood. Release cable too. Yeah, pull it. I pulled it. It's really hot out here, guys. Wish I had some air. Be alright. I keep looking, I keep finding more and more issues. It's not huge stuff, it's all manageable. More annoyances more than anything. It is going to slow us down a little bit on the project though. But I think I have most of what I need to already fix what I'm seeing, so.
I want you to see how you look to me. You wouldn't believe if I told you you would keep the compliments I throw you.
Don't need it. They can break.
You're so full of shit. Tell me it's a bit. Say you don't see it, your mind's polluted. Say you wanna quit, don't be stupid. And I don't know what I'm crying for.
Got it. Whew. I got it. Let's get this harness out. Maybe. It goes into the doors. Should only be like 2 wires though, right? Yes. Alright, we're making progress. Alright guys, so I think I got everything disconnected now. I hope. I like to pull the headliner, it's nasty, but I think I might want it for the heat protection up there. Let's go ahead and get this harness out of here. I think I got everything undone going across. And I'm still working around the old shift linkage, or shift cable. It's not really linkage, but it kind of is. Here we go. Let's grab all this. Most of this is probably for the AC and everything like that. I know these are the speaker wires that go into the passenger door. This is one of those things that controls something or other. We got one of these things that went up inside the dash, another airbag wire, one of those there thingamajigs, a couple ground wires. You know, all of this, theoretically, besides the airbag stuff, should be important. Windshield wipers would be nice. Turn signal. That's actually the wrong side of the steering column. If you'd like to see the passenger side of the steering column on the driver's side, take a look at that really quick. But yeah, let's see if we can get the rest of this harness out. I think we can. And then we have to go through it and see what we can get out. There was a kiddo running through the backyard. Whew. Did we get it all? That was a little bit of an adventure. I can tell you this, all of this, at least that part of the harness, is trash. Because we don't have airbags where we're going. That wasn't good on the clock spring, I'm sure. Okay, it falls to the bottom anyway, that should be fine. As long as I stop playing with it. Oh, shit, right. I wanted to show you guys some stuff that we found. Get some stuff cleaned up in here really quick. Screwed it back at least. Take all the hardware. Do I have a... Alright. So, what we have going on here, let's see if I can get a light. Not like a light, but... Where's my button? I know they come on, turn on. Oh, there they are on the side. They're not... I never charged them. Okay, there we go. So, told you, I'm working on the light. What we got going on in here, we got rust forming all the way along this whole entire line here underneath the sealer. I did order some new sealant, but we do want to get this rust killed off. We'll end up using a rust converter called OSFO. More than likely, I think I have some of that still in the shop. But if you look, it's going... Moisture just got stuck up underneath the seam sealer. Some of this isn't as bad as others. Sorry, not as bad as some spots. Let's do a prelim on it. Yeah, she's pretty solid there, just up in these little corners. Not too bad. See a little bit of surface rust coming up between the panels there, but everything going along the base of this is going to have to be stripped out. Not a big deal. I'll have to get some wheels because it's even forming over here, over the trans tunnel, and we don't want no fires coming in from any transmission fluid. You can see it all the way long over there underneath the old heater box. So what we'll end up doing is we'll go in there, get all of that cleaned out, and we're going to reseal all of this after we kill the rust. Meanwhile, the only other things that we really have to do in here is get the seatbelt out, the back trim panel, obviously clean all that up. I'm thinking about keeping the heat mat. We've got some holes to fill up on the firewall over here still. We got some work to do here on the door, which now that the harness is out, we can probably pop these pins out really quick and get this door off so we can get new bushings and hinge pins for whenever we come over here, because we have to have the door fixed. And as I was going to show you guys earlier, right here you can see where the outer hinge in the door, because these are welded on hinges. You don't... good job, Chevy. this has fought me so many years of my life working on these trucks. Not necessarily the S10's, but the 1500s. A lot of the GM products or Chevys were built that way. So we're going to have to end up knocking this hinge back in. We're going to have to put new bushings, possibly a new pin, and just through there to try to get that door to line up correctly to the hole, because obviously it's been running or rubbing for a while, and we got to have that lined up before we do anything there. Missing a few clips in the weather strip, not a big deal. Headliner, keep it or leave it. It's nasty, it's ugly. Give you a quick shot of it there really quick. But yeah, all this have to have the kiddo come out here and get everything vacuumed out and get everything cleaned out and put onto a shelf, and we'll see that, kind of see what we have to work with. Let's check out the other door pin really quick on that side. Should be able to see it without yeah, you can see actually on this one particularly, there's the metal hinge, there's a piece of a bushing. I don't know how close I can get in there, but you should see the hinge, the pin, or you have the pin that goes down into the bushing. The pin right now is rubbing the side of the hinge over here versus riding centered in the actual bushing, so we have to do both sides. Not a big deal, just a little bit of time. Let's come in here and see what Amazon brought us today, because this is probably a good tell for what we have coming up here soon. Let's see what we got. We got blue stuff. No, what this actually is a roll of aluminum, where we're going to end up riveting this for going over the patches in the firewall. Instead of actually welding in patches and everything, we're going to end up seam sealing and riveting them in to help keep just to seal if there's holes. I think a block off panel was like 90 bucks. I think this was like 30. So we'll see how this works. Once again, we're trying to stay on a budget. What else I buy here? We got, we'll get to that. That goes with this. We got some air fittings so I can actually get my air compressor correctly hooked up and not have to jump through fittings. We got a vise. It's a little guy, just a 4.5, but it was on sale, I think it was. We'll see how she works, and it does actually have the crosses into the jaws as well, so it should work half decent. We're going to mount it to our little Kennedy toolbox over here, so we have a mobile little vise whenever we're out in the shop working. Eventually, at least. Etch primer. That's kind of with this stuff. We'll explain that in a minute. Here's the seam sealer. This is going to go between this and the actual firewall to actually seal any moisture or anything out. This is also going to be what we do where all that rust was going around the bottom lip of the firewall. So we're going to go ahead and replace the sealer and everything once we do it. Once we put the patch panels and everything in there. We got a couple extra things of caulk for Shanty Shack. Roof still leaks a little bit. What else we got? Sorry, gonna settle there. We'll see if this stuff will work. This is just some thick backing plate for the striker, just to shore it up. Probably a little bit overkill, but we'll see what we can do with it. It's, even if I have to do two back to back and weld them together, I think I can make a good striker plate out of, I think I got 6 of these. Or 5, let me see here. But these are actually specifically for, I think, weld testing. But, yeah, we got 5 of them here. So we'll end up using these guys to hopefully repair the striker plate here soon. Should be coming up relatively soon now that I got some of the materials. I think that was like 15, 20 bucks. We got some seam sealer. I think that was about the same. This right here is going to be our upgraded carburetor for our mini bike, which should be coming up relatively soon. Is there a ball or a marble? No marble. So this is etch primer. This is for bare metal. Anywhere you get bare metal, you want to etch prime it. The etch actually bites into the metal. And this is what I was talking about for converting the rust we'll take a look at this. This could be pretty cool, actually. It pretty much changes it from, I believe it was iron oxide into iron phosphate, so it'll go from black to white as it converts to rust. So we got some of that. That should be enough to do that. I need to get some acid brushes for that. It is a chemical, very, very strong, nasty stuff. You don't want to get it on anything. And then I broke down and decided we're going to do some easy, cheap, quick body work. Not 100%. We're not looking for 100% unless I get into it and I get into a groove, then we might. But all this should get us into a good... I actually have some high build primer too in the house for sealing up the Bondo and everything. But yeah, that's at least the most recent order that we've gotten out of Amazon here recently. So it's kind of what I have to currently work with. So we'll see where it goes and stay tuned.